I just watched a video in which a woman who does weightlifting wants to see what all the hype is about with Pilates and decides to practice it for 30 days. Her ultimate conclusions are that Pilates will not help you gain strength or muscle. This is an argument that I've heard a lot, and a lot of people have heard as well and come and ask me about it. That conclusion misses the mark in a few important ways and usually comes from comparing Pilates to bodybuilding style or weightlifting style training rather than understanding what kind of strength Pilates actually develops. Also, we're talking a limited time scale. In 30 days, for someone that has never practiced Pilates and doesn't understand the basics of these complicated principles, you're not going to be able to draw really educated conclusions. You can, however, speak from your own experience, which is going to be pretty limited in 30 days with only 30 days worth of practice. Today, I want to address one basic area here, and that's most people who say Pilates doesn't build strength simply don't do it long enough or intensely enough. They're not able to do it to an intense level in which they could conclude that. When it comes to mat Pilates, for example, and I'm not talking about random exercises that people make up and label as Pilates, I'm talking about Joseph Pilates' classical mat sequence is not at a beginner level. It's more intermediate and advanced, and the exercises all build off of one another. This particular woman understood that and was learning that with time. But when she was attempting to do mat Pilates, she found that she couldn't do many of the exercises. Right off the bat, she couldn't execute them at all. So for instance, she was unable to do a roll-up, which is considered a warm-up exercise. It's exercise number 2 in the mat Pilates sequence, and she wasn't able to do it. Would it be fair or accurate for me to look at her struggling to do this exercise and say that her weightlifting regimen did not build strength because she is not strong enough to do this exercise? No, I don't believe that at all. She looks like she's obviously a strong woman, but she's been building strength in different ways and not this kind of strength. How she practices on a daily basis is different from this particular Pilates practice. And therefore, she's going to have to build up strength, flexibility, and control in these areas that she's lacking in order to do Pilates. Keeping that in mind and knowing that she can't do a warm-up exercise like the roll-up, she can't do an open leg rocker, she can't do a teaser, we have to acknowledge that she is practicing Pilates for this 30 days from a very beginner level. She also works in studios where she's working on the reformer and does a little bit of work on tower units and chairs. But all of these exercises are being specifically modified for her based on her particular strength and the things that she can and cannot do. It's important to note that while she is a strong woman, she is practicing Pilates at a very beginner level. So a month of beginner level Pilates is like doing a month of light dumbbell work and then concluding that weightlifting doesn't build muscle. If I step into a gym and I'm unable to lift more than 5 to 10 pounds, so I do my best at the level that I'm at and then walk away and say, this didn't make me stronger and I didn't gain any muscle from this, I think that's a pretty flawed experiment. I would have to build up strength in time as I continue to practice and get better at it in order to see any type of gains. While I'm not offended by her conclusions, I did have to chuckle a little bit when she said Pilates doesn't give you strength or muscle gain, and then I watched how after a month she still couldn't do a teaser. Also, her particular experience doesn't match my own, in which I have gained muscle mass and visible muscle and strength by practicing Pilates. These arguments that are used frequently just don't make sense to me because you wouldn't approach a professional gymnast in a gym, attempt to do gymnastics, not be able to do an eighth of what they're doing, and then conclude that gymnastics didn't build strength or muscle for you. Try to tell that to the professional gymnast who is incredibly strong and muscular. The same thing can be said about dancing. If you look at a professional dancer who's extremely lean, very muscular, and obviously strong in the movement that they can do, and then you attempt some of these and have to work from a very basic level of dance and then conclude that dancing doesn't make you stronger or build muscle, it's because you're not operating at the same level as someone that can do it and do it well. Am I saying that everyone needs to do Pilates? No. If this particular woman didn't enjoy Pilates and she loves weightlifting, then do weightlifting. Ultimately, you're going to see the best results from something that you enjoy, that you love doing, and that you're going to continue practicing until you get good at it and you do it consistently. To conclude that this method of movement is barely exercise and doesn't accomplish anything is kind of ridiculous, especially when the person that's attempting this is struggling to even do it at all. To pit different forms of exercise and movement against each other and conclude this is superior and this doesn't work at all is kind of ridiculous. There are plenty of people that Pilates is definitely working for. I get that people love weight training, and there's nothing wrong with weight training. If you love doing weights, then do weights. All that I'm saying is don't look at other forms of training and say, that doesn't work, that doesn't build muscle. Saying that Pilates doesn't build muscle is like saying that working with resistance bands doesn't build muscle. Because ultimately, we have a pulley system where we're pulling strings that are much heavier than resistance bands, and that builds muscle. It's also like saying that calisthenics and body weight exercises don't work to build muscle, because that's what we're doing on the mat. There are lots of different ways to build muscle, and just because we love and prefer one doesn't mean that we should say all other ways are ineffective. There are plenty of people that work with body weight exercises that have a lot of muscle to disprove that. There are plenty of people that do Pilates on a regular basis that have a lot of muscle that disproves that. When we work with exercise across different formats, we have different goals, different adaptations, and work in different ways, but we can build strength in different ways. The bottom line for me here is that Pilates does in fact build strength and it requires strength, which is why someone who comes into it as an ultimate beginner can't just do every single exercise right off the bat. But if they practice Pilates, they will build strength enough to be able to do those exercises. Yes, it builds our strength, and it requires strength for us to do it well. Ultimately, does there need to be a debate of weights versus Pilates? I'm saying no. There's room in people's movements and workouts for both if that's what you want, or one or the other. Do I want to sit and debate over which practice is going to give you the best looking physique? No, I don't want to spend any time on that at all. I have seen people with beautiful bodies that practice weightlifting or Pilates or yoga or various other things. And quite frankly, that doesn't matter to me as much as how you feel when you're doing those things. I know that Pilates is going to be a practice that I keep lifelong because it keeps my body feeling great. I'm 40 years old, I still feel young and strong, and I know it's something that's going to aid me as I'm getting older and things are changing. It's a practice that strengthens me, that helps me prevent injury, that keeps me lengthened and strong. And is this response video meant to throw this particular creator under the bus or anyone that questions or feels the same or has explored the same questions? Absolutely not. This woman is beautiful and strong, and I truly respect what she does and why she's passionate about what she does. Also, she truly invested the time to explore Pilates for a month. Not only did she just find some random videos online, she went and studied, and she was clearly learning things as she went. She also invested time and money on going to classes at a studio and invested a lot of money for private training, which was really important for her. I totally respect that endeavor, and I only question that conclusion of this can't build muscle and it can't build strength. That's it. Also, saying that anyone was unable to do certain exercises is not meant to be a slight at all. There's been plenty of exercises that I couldn't execute properly until I could. And I've taught many people that started out not being able to do many exercises and have seen them work their way up where they were doing it and it became their favorite exercise and they did it incredibly well. So please don't get frustrated with where you are on your journey. Know that if there's exercises that you can't do today, if you keep working in certain ways, eventually you'll be able able to do them. So don't give up or think this isn't a worthwhile endeavor or think this isn't working anyway. If you are hearing messages like that and saying, I love Pilates, but people are saying I can't get stronger, build muscles, what I am saying to you is the opposite. My strength and all of my muscle tone has come mainly from Pilates and barre. Also, let's keep in mind that there are so many ways to build strength. So if you're starting out on a fitness journey and you're feeling overwhelmed and you're hearing different messages about certain things not being able to build strength, you can build strength by walking, for goodness sakes. Start where you are and get stronger by consistently practicing something, whether that's Pilates or something else. And if you find that the work required to develop in Pilates is not your jam and not for you, and you find that weight training works better, do that. There's value in a lot of different movement. Also, rather than pitting my way or my preferred methods over someone else's, I think in the fitness world, there's plenty of room to learn from one another, to integrate things that you've learned from other things and pull it all together and find a style of movement that's all your own. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. So experiment with movement, try new things, and grow a little bit stronger every day, knowing that effort that you put in to move your body is worthwhile, even if someone tells you that it's not the best way for you to be moving. And if you're curious about Pilates and want to learn more, or you just need a place where you can find inspiration and workouts, please come join me here anytime. I also have an online studio where you can find more, where you can find all of my classes, not only for mat Pilates, but springboard, reformer, chair, spine corrector. It's all there. And I'd love to hear from you what type of movement you love and what combination of different workouts you enjoy doing. I'll see you guys next time in the studio.